Hello friends, this is Darren here. Have you heard of anyone that loses money after investing in property? I'm pretty sure you have. So in today's video, I'm gonna share with you 3 quick tips on how you can mitigate risk when investing in property. But before I go into the tips, do remember to like, share and subscribe if you find this video helpful. So for tip 1 is to have enough holding power. The definition of holding power is having the capability to hold on to the property by paying the money mortgage for a certain duration. And for different types of property, it may require different duration of holding power. But of course, if you are able to have more holding power, the safer you would be. Let me explain through a negative and positive example. So for a negative example, let's just say that Mika bought a property and the monthly mortgage is $4,000. However, along the way, Mika was retrenched and had no savings. So he had no choice but to sell away his property at a loss due to the declining market. Versus Sean, who had years of saving when he bought the property, as long as Sean have the holding power, he would be able to wait out for the prices to appreciate before cashing out if he wishes to. So based on the chart here, you can see that property prices are generally on the upward curve. So as long as you have the holding power, chances of you being burned by property will be greatly reduced. This means that at this point, if you buy a property, if the market starts to decline, as long as you have the holding power to pay for the monthly mortgage, you will be able to ride out this wave, and after some time when the property market starts to recover, what you can do now is you can either hold on to your property or even cash out. So should you choose to cash out, this margin will be the margin that you guys will be earning. So for tip number 2, do not over leverage. This means that you are spending more than you earn. So for example, James earned a monthly salary of 10k and his essential expenses amounts up to 4.5k. James proceeds to buy a property with a monthly mortgage of 5.5k, and a few months later, his essential expenses increases up to 5k. With no savings, James is forced to sell his property urgently. So should the property market be on a decline, James will have no choice but to sell at a loss. In conclusion, it is always not wise to max out the mortgage loan. Have some buffer so that you will not need to be forced to exit at the undesired time. For tip number 3 is the right property selection. As there are too many factors to consider when it comes to choosing the right property, and it will probably take me days to cover every factor. So in today's video, I'm just gonna list out one and explain using example so it's easier to understand. So for this example A, I'm using Commonwealth Towers. If I were to let you choose between 3907 or 0307, one is a super high floor and one is a low floor, which do you think will make more profit? I guess majority of people will choose 3907 because the mentality of people is that high floor will command a higher price. But if you can see this chart here, this is not the case because for 0307, the profit made was around 345k, while the profit made for 3907 is just 131k. And if I were to quote another example, let's say for example Sterling Residences, based on this Tech 23, do you think the high floor will earn more profit or the low floor will earn more profit? So from this chart here, you can clearly see that the high floor are commanding more profits while the low floor are commanding low profits, which is totally different from Commonwealth Tower in the previous example. So in conclusion, buying the right property is not as simple as it seems, because there are different factors to consider when buying the correct property. If you're interested to find out more or learn about how to identify the right property, you can always contact me at the contact number below. So to summarize, the 3 tips to make sure that you guys don't burn from property investing is 1. Have holding power, 2. Do not over leverage, and 3 is the right property selection. With that, I've come to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys learned something from today's video. And if you find this video helpful, do remember to like, share and subscribe. And again, if you have any questions or queries, you can always reach me at my social media. Thank you.